Hi friends, in today's video we are going to learn how to make this fun Valentine's Day wreath. It actually starts out with an evergreen, inexpensive evergreen base, and we've added in all kinds of ribbon, we've added in some Deco Mesh, really made it look nice and full. We've added in some greens and some Valentine wooden hearts. So I hope you'll join me as I walk you through step by step and pulling something like this together. So I have started working on this piece. It's actually going to go to my sister-in-law and brother-in-law who own a bakery. If you look at some of my other videos, I have a large gingerbread wreath that I actually made for their bakery. Their bakery is so special. They have a school where they employ students on the autism spectrum. They employ students there to work in their bakery. So I am making this in hopes that they will raffle it off and use the money that's brought in from the raffle for scholarships for the school so that more students have an opportunity to attend. So the back of this is a evergreen, inexpensive evergreen wreath. My thought process through it right now is when this is done, you won't even know that it's an evergreen wreath. This is a great way, if you're at a thrift store and you happen to see one on the rack, snag it, because you can use so many different materials to transform it into something beautiful. I'm not a huge lover of Deco Mesh, but where I'm making this for their bakery, I'm trying to use something different outside of my own personal taste. I'm going to have a follow-up video from this that's actually going to be another Valentine wreath that I'm going to make for them to keep and hang up in the bakery. But this is just a fun, light-hearted piece. I'll show you step by step what I'm doing to pull all the different colors together. What I've done is just started with the Deco Mesh because that really fills out your wreath. I've just made little poofs. I've used pipe cleaners to attach them to the evergreen, and then I've actually just wrapped the evergreen around. I also hot glue in a few places just to make sure that they really adhere well. And then I've gone in and I've made ribbon tails. If you have followed any of my other videos, it's a great economical way to use your ribbon. I simply just take about a 12-inch length, fold it in half, I dovetail the ends, and then I just scrunch it up with my fingers. I use a pipe cleaner, and there you have a loop that you can just insert anywhere to add some volume and interest and a pop of color to your wreath. So I'm going to go ahead and continue around. I'm going to start adding in, I have some greens that I've cut and I've put on a floral pick. I'm going to start adding those in around the outside and on the inside. And I also have some really cute wooden conversation hearts that I'll show you how I created those, that I'm going to add in for a little bit of fun. Okay, now if you notice here, I've picked a leaf that's actually got this whole section here actually has a movement of going to the right. And the whole point of that, like I've said in my other videos, is same with this. I've got it pointed in this direction, is movement. It's more pleasing to the eye when you see something moving in the circular direction clockwise like this. So when we're working on our pieces, that's one tip that I could give you. It makes it look more cohesive, is that you try to have all your floral pieces moving in a clockwise direction. And also I've put some on the inside and I've put some on the outside. I've staggered them. I'm done with the green leaves. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pick another type of greenery. This is a fern leaf. It's a different color, and if you notice when I put it in, it's going to create a whole nother look. It's going to lighten up the piece. It has different shaped leaves, which I love, and that's just again going to add depth and dimension and life to the piece, which is what we want. And I'm just trying to be really careful that I get it stuck in some evergreen. And you notice I have this one out. Now I'm putting one on the inside, bringing it forward. Again, I'm keeping with the movement of the piece, clockwise, like I just mentioned. I have this bow in here that I want to kind of separate so that the bow will really begin to pop. Now I want to try not to make it too matchy. I don't want to have it exactly the same on this side as I have it on that side. So I'm going to try to do something a little bit different. Not quite sure what that is yet, but the thing I love about this fern is it's completely bendable. And again, you always hear me saying, if you pay a little extra for something that has the bend to it, it really is so much easier to work with, so much better on your piece. Just keep playing until you get it where you think you like it. You'll know. A lot of times what I do is I just put the pieces in, and then when I'm sure I really like where they're at, then I will leave them in and I will go ahead and go around with my glue gun and glue them in. But for the purpose of the video, I'm putting the glue on first. I do have ribbon that has a little bit of black on it. I do that on purpose. I'm not quite sure if I'm going to find anything else with black to bring that extra pop of color in yet or not. Now see, I don't want it too matched up as far as the ferns go. Just see the difference already just by adding the ferns in, how much more character it gives the piece, and again, it's giving it depth, it's bringing it out, which is what we want. I'm going to just continue at this point to just add in ferns, and then I've got a different type of greenery, this that I love. It's got the rounded leaf, it's a different color green, and I'm going to add that in, which when I bring the camera closer for an end shot, you'll be able to see how that just adds to it as well. I could just play with ribbon all day long. Another quick tip, if you want to add some more filler, inexpensive way to add filler. Again, I just took, what is this, maybe 12 inches, and I'm not making a loop this time. I'm just scrunching it, taking my pipe cleaner, twisting it around. And there I have my ribbon tail. I dovetailed the ends. This is nice wide ribbon. It's got a lot of body to it, so I know it's gonna hold up. And I'm actually going to place that right in here to just fill out this area. So then I'm just gonna put some hot glue on it and place it in that evergreen. It's a great filler, and it's a great inexpensive way to use up your ribbon and to fill in a big piece.
This is what I started out with for conversation hearts. I ended up painting them a different color, and then I used my Cricut to print out some Valentine words.
So I've taken my Valentine hearts that I created using my Cricut, and I have just placed them in the wreath where I think I want them to go. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take pipe cleaners and I'm going to secure them in the wreath. I'm going to put my hand in the back, grab the dowel that I have, and use pipe cleaners and secure it to the metal frame that's actually on the wreath. And I'll kind of just show you. It's kind of hard to pick up, but. And I'm using a green, dark green pipe cleaner. The reason for that is that won't show up in the wreath. And I'm attaching it right to the metal frame of the wreath to make sure that it's really tight. And then once I do that and I twisted it several times, I'm going to go in with some hot glue. I'm going to hot glue it, and then I'm also going to take some of these evergreen pieces and wrap them around the dowel just to make sure that I've got it nice and tight. Now while I'm back here, I'm tucking the ends of my pipe cleaner in, and I'll show you the back of my piece. I want it to be as neat as possible, so I'm covering that up. Now I'm going to go ahead, I can see the white dowel. I'm going to take a couple of these evergreen branches. They're long enough. And I'm wrapping them around. Again, that's why I love to use this. I'm actually wrapping the evergreen around the second metal frame, so that I know that this white heart, this is secure. This is not going anywhere. It's really, really secure. You an idea of what the back looks like. See, this is my dowel. I'll end up cutting that, but I'm going to glue. That's my pipe cleaner, which you can barely even see. And then I'm going to glue all of this and take my nippers eventually and cut that and cover it. Okay, so I've added in my wooden hearts, and I also have added in some different, this was an ornament. I'm going to be adding this one up in here. I've added some other pink hearts and then some other different tones, different sizes. So I'm just going to continue to work on that, putting this one up here. And how I'm going to do that, first I'm going to cut the price tag off. And this is another reason why I love the evergreen. I'm literally just going to find the base. I'm going to pull this ribbon in here and wrap it around and through and secure it to that evergreen. Tuck it in, and then I'm going to be able to pull that down right where I want it. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get my glue gun, and I'm also going to secure that because I know that I want that right up against the ribbon. I don't want it to move. Glue gun, press it right up against that leaf. Just making sure that all of my ribbon is open and in the right direction. Oh, this is so full and so pretty. Okay, take a look at her. She's a big one. She is loaded with lots of color, lots of fun, festive Valentine pieces. Oh, I'm loving it. As I promised, I want to show you the back. I've gone ahead and I've nipped all of the dowels that were used in all the Valentine extra pieces. You can see the pipe cleaners here that I've twisted around. Now, if you want, you could go ahead and you could put Spanish moss on this. I haven't decided whether I will or not. I think I might just leave things the way that they are for the sake of the video. I want to thank you so much for watching with me. I hope you've learned a thing or two. Really, when you break it down step by step, something like this is not that difficult. I have faith in you. You can do this. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, go ahead and hit that button along with the bell so that you'll be sure to get all of our upcoming content. Thanks so much for watching. Until we can get creative together again, take care.